What's one of the dumbest things you've ever spent money on? I was 11 and my dad gave me $50 to spend at the mall. So, I wandered into a gift shop and spent it all on an electronic vibrating oinking pink pig. I never played with it after I brought it home. Tried to return it, only to be offered store credit. My family visited Colorado when I was 10, and I saw a statue of a mosquito in a gift shop with the word "state bad" on the bottom, and begged my parents for it. We now have a rather large mosquito statue on our piano. When I went on a school field trip to Washington DC back in middle school, I bought a $2 bill at a souvenir shop for $20 SMH. I was drunk and bought Monster Ballads off an infomercial. And I paid an extra $20 for rush delivery because I was drunk and needed it ASAP, and it showed up a month later. There was this guy named Don Lapper who sold money making kits, like how to make money with classified ads. I think I invested about $350 and received literally nothing of value. I was young and being stupid. Looked him up tonight to remember how to spell his name. Turns out he killed himself with a razor blade while in jail in 2011. When I was like 14 I bought a pack of intentionally mismatched socks that were really expensive. Like, only one of each pattern. Could have bought twice as many normal socks and just mismatched them myself. When I was 19, I got a construction job that paid fairly well. Stupid me got all hot and horny for a fun car. I signed up for a 5-year loan after test driving the first one. I ended up having engine failure almost 2 years later. Because it was a used car and from a shady used car dealer, the warranty was well expired. I couldn't afford to get a new engine for it, so I ended paying over 3 years for a car that I wasn't driving. Edit. Since I've been getting messages and replies saying it's your fault, you didn't maintain the car. That car was my baby. I worked on it every day and loved it for the short period of time I had it. Now, this car had what is called a Wankel rotary. These are not reliable engines. The apex seals blow as they are basically as thick and durable as the graphite in a pencil. Mazda RX-8s are notoriously unreliable. I did not know this 8 years ago as I hadn't done much research. The more you know. If you want to prove how tough you are, this is not the place. I do not care. I had fun with my car and learned a lot from the experience. And if you think this is the dumbest thing I have ever done, you're very wrong. Edit 2. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. I wish I could turn it into money to soften the financial blow of this vehicle, but alas, Reddit Premium is a close second. This past Christmas Eve I was doing some last minute shopping and came across a wine glass shaped like Buddy from the movie Elf, which of course also had Will Ferrell's face on it. With everything kinda being out of order with the holiday rush, I didn't know how much it cost, but I bought it on pure impulse because I thought it was funny. It wasn't until I left the store and looked at the receipt did I realize that it cost $22, which is way more than it's worth. To remind me of my mistake, I now drink out of that glass exclusively and have been for the past 5 months. I have to wash it like twice a day, but I won't stop using it until I feel like I've gotten my $22 worth. Most expensive dumb thing. A Mercedes 500 sell. Literally bankrupt myself buying parts and gas for that fucking land yacht. Sold it for half what I paid and felt lucky to be rid of it. Dumbest dumb thing. A metallic gold laden painting of a Pontiac Firebird. It uses white trash, and I had planned on putting it in a family gift exchange as a joke, but didn't end up going, and got stuck with it. It's currently hanging in a storage room, like all classy paintings do. I spent $40 one of those amusement park booths, where you had to throw darts at balloons. For some reason, I picked out this really ugly 7 feet tall frog stuffed animal. It's in the corner of my closet and still scares me when I'm half awake in the morning. I bought a timeshare. Got that inflatable dinosaur costume. Wore it once around my campus and now I forgot where it is. I bought my oldest a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Got drunk and started ordering ninja gear off of Amazon and forgot about it until it showed up like a week later. Swords, nunchucks, a suit and mask. I was just a few weeks out of basic training and bought one of those family lineage with the shields on it and description. I blew $500 or so bucks just to find out it wasn't even accurate. ShamWow. I mean, it's got sham right there in the name. But I wanted to support Vince from ShamWow's crusade against Scientology. Big wedding, all that money, cold helped so many problems we had later, divorced anyway. Gifts for my mother. She complains every single time. The blanket that makes you look like a giant burrito. It was super thin and of poor quality, not to mention not big enough to cover me. Now I'll never look like a burrito. I bought a make-it-yourself music box with a series of cards to punch out the notes and then insert so you can play whatever tune you want. Thought I could make my GF a special gift, then I realized that I can't read music, and when I tried to punch it by ear it sounded bloody awful. Edit. You see, this is why I love Reddit so much. A whole heap of helpful messages and comments, and just 6 hours later I can now make something that is vaguely recognizable. Here you go Reddit. https://unga.com/a/grosser1z. You earned this. Thanks everyone. Boxes. I never save them and toss them in recycling. Well, moving time came around and I was in need of many boxes. So I spent more money than I would like to admit of cardboard and bubble wrap. $10 plus delivery fee for a $8 meal. A piano. Dumb, stupid, costly and near worthless. But the ex-wife wanted a real piano for the kids because they would then practice on it. Bullshit. $3,500 for the piano, $4,000 in lessons, all for teaching them to hate playing the piano. I absolutely loved her, but the Great Dane I had was dumb. I'm talking so fucking irredeemably dumb that she would regularly smash face first into walls chasing flies and run right into a closed door, not see-through, when I asked if she needed to go out. She was a sweet loving good girl. I once bought my girlfriend a hat and had her name embroidered on it. She asked me if I would ever wear a shirt with my name on it. I would not. I had a few drinks, TGIF, and wandered into a Williams-Sonoma store in a state of euphoria. There I saw a special edition KitchenAid stand mixer made in bronze that was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. It was on sale for $999. Naturally, I bought it, but because I'm a single guy who doesn't bake it's just taking up much needed counter space. A copy of Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS, except FO $30, in 2019. Edit. Math gang antics involved. I bought a cat eye stencil off Amazon that's supposed to help with liquid eyeliner application because my hands are shaky as fuck. Didn't check the reviews. It's a crappy piece of plastic shaped like a cat that breaks really easy, apparently. I wouldn't know. I bought it a week ago drunk, and it's shipping from China with an estimated arrival of July 27th. Edit. Literally saved every bit of advice for my attempts tomorrow. Thanks all. I bought a pager. The clip snapped. I took it to where I bought it. We only cover the pager, not the case. I walked outside right in front of the window and spiked the shit out 8F it. Walked back inside and said my pager is broken. HMM. A paddleboard. I seldom actually make it out to the beach lately, especially currently, and when I bring it, I'm twitching with paranoia if I leave it on my car because someone may steal it. Should have just kept renting. Connie 2012. Oh man, is it Connie 2012? A tank top that was supposed to make me look not fat. I was pretty high one night and bought a pull net handle, one of the 16-foot metal ones, in order to turn off the living room lights from the couch. Edit. Added these as a comment, but it got buried. Sorry I've been sleeping, haha. I'll try and answer all the questions I've seen. Most importantly, it does work. It's heavy when fully extended, but there's a rail I can balance it on between me and the light. Takes a bit of practice. I also do remember thinking about getting smart lights, but honestly I'm renting this house and it's a wall switch, so I didn't want to take it apart to make it smart. For $25, I can't say I regret this one. It sits behind my couch in a little gap, so it's not too much of an eyesore. I haven't broken anything yet. Emphasis on yet, I'm sure I will. No, I don't have a pool. Edit 3. I didn't buy smart bulbs, and won't in the future, because it's 10 bulbs on racks. Cheap, easy, and I was high. Edit. Thanks for the gold. This year I paid $60 for a Shrek action figure wearing an AskReddit racing suit at a thrift store. A pocket pussy. It was back when me and my wife were still dating. We were out of town for a concert, a festival, or maybe just the weekend, and there was this big, heavily advertised and kinda posh adult shop just a block or two down the road from a hotel. The last day of our trip, we didn't have anything planned, so we ended up going into this shop. They had a whole floor devoted to dildos and vibrators, and my wife found one she really liked. I started joking around about how they have all these toys for women and nothing for guys, and one of the shop employees overheard. He brought us up to the 3rd floor and showed us this large-ish section that was all fuck toys. It was like 4 whole rows, each one 20 foot long, packed to the brim with silicone pussy. They had feet with pussies, hands with pussies, tits with and without pussies, headless and limbless torsos, mouths of all variety, and a whole line of head to toe, life-size fuck dolls. Most of it was really expensive, but I managed to find this one that had a glove attached to a pussy and arsehole for like $40. So I bought it. We paid for our purchases and went back to the hotel to have fun. My wife really liked her toy, and after a while she asked if I wanted to use mine. I thought about it for just a second and then said no. We had our fun, packed up the next morning and left. I stuck the pocket pussy on our coffee table to mess with some friends who were coming over the next day. After the friends left, it ended up in the back of our closet and stayed there through a move in more than a decade, until my 6-year-old found it last November.